Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Hello, yes, right now I can hear you very good, very well.
Ah, thank you, teacher.
Okay, please tell me, how are you?
Very well, thank you, teacher. I getting
Okay,
very cold in Bogota. It's raining all day.
okay. I think that it has been a rainy day today in all the country, I think, because here in the place where I live, today was raining a lot today. Was raining all night, and in my place where I work, today was raining too all day. This afternoon has stopped raining, and I'm in Bogota. I think that is colder than in every place where. Um,
Very
uh,
cold, teacher.
yes, and what are you doing there in Bogota?
What? Ah, temperature?
Yes, how is the weather?
I investigate the temperature was today is all rainy.
Very cold. I
Very
remember,
cold. I get it very
yes,
cold. It's
yes.
raining all day.
I remember one day when I was in Bogota, uh, visiting that that big city, and I remember that was very cold. Although it was sunny weather there. Yeah, Ismael. And
I had never feel so cold in Bogota.
why? But how long have you living there? How
Excuse me,
long?
teacher. How long?
How long are you staying in Bogota?
Ah, I live in Bogota approximately 1 years and 10 months.
Yes, maybe that's the reason why you don't think a lot of you don't feel cold. But that's great. That's great. Thank you very much, Ismael, to share how are you with us.
Thank you,
Hi,
teacher.
Hi, Palomeke. How are you? Hi, Palomeke. How are you? Palomeke, we can't listen you. We are
Good
not
evening.
listening.
How have you been?
Oh, I have been good. I have been working today a lot. Today I had a great busy day, but I am here enjoying the time with you. I am missing the other students for today. I miss them a lot. I miss Olga, Vanessa, and Jessica. I am missing them. Yes. And please tell me, how are you? How is the weather there in La Guajira, Palomeque?
It's hot all the time, but in January it was raining dogs and cats.
Okay, I, I but it could be amazing. It could be amazing because I imagine that that is raining a lot, but the weather could be warmer. The environment it could be warm,
Right,
I think.
but you at night is not hot. It's a little cold because you know in the fresh breeze, the fresh from the air from the sea is more or less going from the sea to the earth in January, February, March, 4 months more or less. Later
Oh,
is really hot,
oh, great, great.
45 degrees.
45 is high. It's very it's hot. It's very hot. That weather. I think that that kind of weather is very hot. I think.
But it's not hotter than Barranquilla or for example than Santa Marta. I
Okay.
I suppose that Cartagena, okay, Barranquilla is hotter than Cartagena, but Riohacha is not too, it's not too hot.
Okay. Rioja, it could be an amazing place. I would like to visit that place one day to enjoy the time there. Thank you very much, Palomeke, to share with us about how are you and how is the weather there. Thank you. Um, Emma, hi, how are you? I'm so glad to have you here.
Muchachos, hello teacher.
How are you, Emma?
I am fine. Sorry
Good.
for I am late.
No, don't worry for that, Emma. The most important is that you are here. I'm
Uh,
I'm I'm sad because today some of my students can't participate today in this encounter. I'm so disappointed with for that because I am missing them a lot. I'm missing them a lot. Hema, please tell me how was your day?
Today I was in a meeting of teachers. Every teacher
Okay.
of Turbo um, were in a meeting. We was speaking about um, new government
Okay. That's a
and
good.
political questions.
Yes, that's
Tell
an interesting topic, Hema. It's very
me?
important. It's very important to participate in that kind of events because you will be, mm, you will know a lot of political situations in your country. For that
Yeah.
reason, it's very important.
Okay.
Hema,
Teacher,
please.
I can say you have the reason. Is correct to say this sentence. You have the reason.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Oh, you are okay. I don't know how to say you.
You are right. You're right.
You are right. You are right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Emma,
teacher.
please tell me how is the weather in in Turbo? How is the weather?
Huh, Turbo
Cold?
is so hot. Every day you can feel the sun, the hot of sun. Um, 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 it is normal. Uh, pretty pretty
The-
great.
It's very high, Emma. It's high. I think
Yes,
it's very hot. That
yes,
that weather. And
yes.
here in the place where I live, all day was raining. All day was raining here, and a very cold weather today was
Yeah.
very cold. I don't have a coat or jacket right now because I feel so tired for my job. But I would like to take one and put to face the cold that is now is here. It's very cold. Gemma and my students, thank you for sharing with me about how are you and how is the weather in the place where you live, where you live. And to begin with the class, I would like to tell you the topic that we are going to study. Today we are going to study or speaking about, today is the opportunity to speak about pollution, contamination, and how is the natural environment. I will be asking you questions about how to care the planet, the natural, the animals, the rivers. Questions about how to care our natural resources that are very important for us as a human beings. Um, and the opportunities that we have to as a teachers to implement strategies that we can use to avoid or the contamination of these vital resources of life. And also, we are going to study some, and we are going to learn some strategies that we can use or implement to care the planet, to contribute to have a better natural environment. Um, and for begin, I would like you to ask you a question. And the question is, what do you think about pollution or contamination? What do you think? Palomeke, please ask me one, answer that question. What do you think about the pollution and the contamination that we are making?
Uh, the pollution, a disaster. For example, in Medellin, I saw a news and last month it was really contaminated. So,
Yes,
but in Bogota, people is doing many things to change the weather, to change the town. For example, they are using bicycles. They are moving by skate some many times. Um, but in other it would be a good idea to do that kind of activities to change the pollution that we are getting from gasoline cars,
yes. As
right?
you said, as you are mentioned, I have noticed that here in Medellin, the pollution and contamination is growing up. We can see how nowadays the air is more contaminated here in Medellin. We are having a big problem here in our beautiful city. Some people are getting sick because the air pollution. Because as the reasons, as you told us, the vehicles, the petroleum, the source of energy that people are using contaminate the air. It's a bad situation, as you have mentioned, Palomeki. Is a topic that we have to be aware of that, Palomeke. Palomeke, um, that's true. All the things that you're telling us about pollution. Uh, as in Bogota, as you have mentioned, people are using bicycles to transportate to one place to another, and this can be uh, not the medicine, but it can. I'm not sure about this word. Subsanar, something like that. The problem. It helped a little bit to change. And the most special is that the people are changing their mind about how we can use environmental resources, the natural resources, about the care of the planet, or about care or environment. It's true. It's true, Palomeke. Palomeke, please tell me your own experience there in La Guajira. How is the people? The people contaminate or take care of the planet?
There are no contamination here in La Guajira. You know, there are not a lot of people. So, but gasoline is no expensive here, and also all the say derivados from petrol, right?
Come from petrol, derivate petrol. Yes. But the people throw the garbage to the ocean or take care the ocean. What you can see in La Guajira, the people used to throw the garbage everywhere, or they put the garbage in right places.
There are control about the garbage, the trash.
Gosh. Yes. And the people is aware or conscious about that they have to care the environment. The people is aware of that or not. Tell me about of your point of view, what you can see. Palomeke.
Could you say it again? I don't catch your
Okay,
question.
okay, don't worry. Uh, uh, in your point of view, the things that you see every day, behavior, the behavior of people, they care the environment. I, as an example, one example, people throw the garbage everywhere, or what kind of what is your point of view about the people? They are aware of caring the environment.
There are two companies who pick up the garbage and all the kind of the the paper and separate them. And I don't know how to say recicladores.
Recyclers.
Recycle.
Yes. That's a good action, Palomeke, that people can do to protect the environment. Is recycle garbage or trash. Select the garbage that they can reuse that they can reuse, such as paper, I think plastic and boxes, and they can use. I think that all kind of garbage and trash could be reused if if is um, no, I have forgot that word. Biodeg- Biodegradable garbage. It could be used as an fertilizantes. I don't know for the plants and trees. I think uh, that's a gonna as I notice in La Guajira, people have a culture that to care the planet. I think Palomeke, and I have another question for you. You are a teacher right now. You are a teacher. Uh, do you do you teach to children or people to protect the environment?
Every time that in my class I talk to my kids, I talk to them about the importance to protect our planet. For example, when they throw paper or make the pencil sharpener, use the pencil sharpener to put that in a garbage can or in a basket can. And I talk to them about that we can use that kind of material to make soil for plants or something like that. And I have talked to them about, for example, when you peel a banana or any kind of fruit, to put it in a place with something like sand or another kind of garbage in order to make that soil to I don't know how to say abono, uh,
Yes,
to make the plants grow
fertile.
and right.
I'm going to look that word. It's very important to know that word. Fertilizer is the word. Fertilizer is the word. Thank you, Palomeke. Thank you to share with us about the actions that people use in La Guajira to protect the environment and natural resources. Eh, Palomeke, as you have mentioned, and for Ismael and Hema, it's very important for us as a teachers to take advantage of the role that we have in our society that is teaching. Although we are teaching English or English teachers, we can use lessons plans to to make aware or become aware of people, especially if we are working with youngers or children, to make them feel aware the problems that we are having with the natural resources. Is very important to promote among them to care the natural environment, to protect to to fight against pollution, to find another resources of energy. Uh, avoid to use gasoline and carbon that contaminates a lot the air environment and produce a lot of bad situations such as lungs sick and pro- respiratory sickness or illness produce the air environment when is too polluted. And as a teacher, we have a great labor. We have to be very creative to find a way to teach the students and the people how they can care the planet. It's a good labor, a challenge labor that we have nowadays. And I consider that we have to make the society to create a new culture about how to care the planet. I think that I don't know if you agree with me about that.
Of course, I'm agree with you. And anytime that I can and that I have the opportunity to talk to my kids, because in more or less 1 year, we will not be here in the world. So, but this world is for them now. They have to keep in mind that to preserve our planet, and it's
Yes,
our only house that we have.
the only house that we have. Thank you very much, Palameke. Ismael, what do you think about it, about this topic? What do you think about pollution, contamination, how the people contaminate the water, the air, and everything? Deforestation is another real problem that we have nowadays. Please tell me, what do you think about?
It's very bad, teacher.
Yes, it's bad.
We must take measure to reduce this pollution. There is
Yes,
a lot of pollution in our country.
in our
Bogota
country.
is one of the cities with more pollution in the country. This hurt our health.
Yes. And one day I was in Bogota, and I don't know what kind of place. I don't remember in what place I was, but in Bogota, I think that the government is making a culture in favor to protect the environment because in the place where I was, there were a lot of green places and was amazing for me. Um, Ismael, what do you think about how the people, how is the behavior, how the people care the environment? What is your perception about it?
Teacher,
How the people act or make the activities to protect the planet, the environment?
teacher, work or ride your bike to work, school, and anywhere you can.
That's
It can reduce greenhouse gases
mhm,
while wouldn't
yes, recycle.
recycle. We can help reduce pollution.
Okay,
Um, Change your light bulbs. Um, Recycle. Use
okay.
the transport public,
The public
the
transportation.
public transport.
Yes, Ismael, you have told us something very important. The use of bicycles. The use of bicycles is very important to use if we have the opportunity to use bicycles for transportation is a good option that we have to not to not to stop off or the problem, but we can reduce a lot because if we are using bicycles, uh, we are not using we are not using gas or petroleum. Um, that is, as you mentioned, it contaminates a lot. But I think that we have to. Mm, but sometimes, unfortunately, we don't have the opportunity to use bicycles because, as me, I don't use bicycles to go to my place work. I use public transportation because the place where I work is very far from my home, and I spend 2 hours. For me, could be a pleasure. Will be a pleasure if I have the opportunity to travel to my place work riding on a bike. It could be a pleasure because, first of all, for my health, for my physical health, because it's an activity that provided to provide you to make exercise yourself, and also it contributes to enhance the natural environment, the air, and and everything, I think. But sometimes we don't have the opportunity to use that kind of transportation, unfortunately. Ismael, what kind of transportation do you usually use in your in your in Bogota? Uh, but
Yes,
I think,
teacher. Use
I think,
the a lot.
yes. Go ahead, Ismael. Ismael, I remember that you worked as a policeman, right? Or something like that.
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay. I imagine that you have to use a motorcycle. I imagine that, or a car.
Excuse me,
Um,
teacher.
you, I imagine that you use a motorcycle, or a car to transport to work because it's working. If you have to go to another place, you have to work as a policeman. And what kind of transportation do you use as in your work, in your job?
Teacher, I work in at the work. I live close to work.
Oh, so good. You go walking. You
Walking.
walk. You walk.
Yes, teacher.
Oh, that's an amazing activity that you use to go to work, Ismael. It's amazing because it's more healthier for you to walk. It provides you to have good physical stat, state to be in good condition. Also, it contributes to enhance the environment.
Yes,
Although
teacher.
although sometimes it's very difficult because we have to walk a lot in some places, but it's an activity that we enjoy a lot. Walking to our place work and our homes is an amazing activity.
Yes, teacher.
Hmm? Ismael, do you teach your children to protect the environment? Do you teach them?
Yes, teacher. I says to the save the planet, the care the planet.
Yes. Do you recycle with them in your house? Because it's one important activity. or put the garbage in one specific place, not throw them away. Throw is throw, lanzar, throw, tirar.
Teacher, in Bogota,
Yes.
uh, sanctions are needed to people who pollute. Yes, for
Is the most amazing law that the government has invented because because in other way we have to be conscious about the problem that is happening. Some people throw the garbage or the trash, whatever in whatever place, but 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 we have to be aware that garbage, when we throw the garbage in everywhere or in any place, um, it affects a lot the environment. First of all, it makes more it makes uglier the places where we are. The second is very it contaminates a lot the environment. It contaminates a lot. And third, the animals, the birds, most of all, can eat the garbage and they can die if they eat this kind of things. I think it's a it's a really bad situation, as you mentioned, Ismael.
yes, teacher.
Mhm. Thank you
We
very.
keep the papers to throw them in the house.
Mhm. That's a good.
And the world, there are many campaigns to protect the planet.
Yes.
We make sure the energy and water consumed and controlling that the computer and appliances are turned off during no working hours.
And that's a good activity. That kind of campaigns help people to get familiar, or be aware about caring the resources that we are using to take the energy, and turning off the devices that use energy is a good activity that we can use to protect the natural environment. It's a good activity, Ismail.
Yes, teacher. Likewise, it is recycled and there are special device of batteries and medicines.
Hmm. Great, it's great. Thank you very much, Palomeki. Ismail, sorry. Hema, mm, what do you think about contaminate water and sources of natural environment?
Teacher, I think that is wrong that the human makes.
Yes, it's a great mistake. It's a great
Yes.
mistake that we are making.
Okay. Yes, because we need the water, the plants,
Yes,
trees, other we need for to be fine.
yes. Emma, you mentioned the most important resource. I think that all resources are important. Air and earth, earth, earth. Oh, I found a similar sound here. Air and earth, earth. Well, sorry for that. You have mentioned a very important resource. to keep alive people, and it's water, water. Water is very important, as Gemma says, because it 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 keeps you alive for that only reason. So it's very important to protect the source of water, rivers, and the ocean. Maybe we can think the ocean is too big. It's too big. It's bigger than the earth, but 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 we have to care the water sources such as the ocean and the sea. I think
Yes, teacher.
yes.
Um, some, I gonna, um, I was uh, writing, reading about uh, research about the ocean. Um, the article
The article.
was
Yes,
article. Come.
yes, yes, you're right. It's a
Okay, was about the plankton.
quantum. Yes,
Plankton produce um
oxygen,
about 80% of oxygen.
oxygen.
Oxygen,
Very
yes,
oxygen.
for of our planet.
That's
But,
okay.
but there is organism, an animal, or I don't know, that this animal eats the plankton.
Okay, it's a bad situation, I think, because as you mentioned, I don't know about plankton, but as you mentioned, it's an important plant that we have to care. But if one animal is eating the plankton, I think that is natural. It's natural because it's the ecosystem.
Yes, yes, but is necessary
Okay.
um, mermar, eliminar.
Wait a moment. I'm going to teach that word. Uh, 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 Delayed. Delayed.
Restar.
Yes. Eliminate is another word.
Okay, this animal named krill. The krill eats plankton.
Okay.
Plankton is in the ocean.
Okay. I'm going to research a little bit more about that kind of plant, plankton. Plankton is an amazing, as you are mentioning, um, it's a good plant that help us to keep the oxygen. And the oxygen is very important because it contributes to this niche, the CO2, CO2. And I think that we have to care that kind of plant. Gemma, please tell me, the people in Turbo care the river.
No,
No,
never. The river is so
full of
pol,
garbage.
pol,
Full of garbage. Garbage is basura. Garbage.
yes, so dirty our river.
Mhm. Gemma, you are a teacher. You are a teacher, and you have the opportunity to work teaching. Teaching, and it's very important to teach children and people how to care the planet. I think you have to teach them uh, basic things. to care the planet, to care their environment. Okay,
Yes.
save water, save water. Don't throw away garbage. Don't throw away this tirar lejos basura. Throw away garbage. You have to teach them to recycle garbage,
Yes.
and a lot of and so much more activities that we can use to protect the environment. Gemma, you have to do that labor. Teach them to do that. Gemma,
I don't understand your question, your idea.
no, I was I was telling you,
Okay, okay.
I
I
was telling you.
understand that I have or I must to teach to my students
Yes,
about the care of the planet. Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. To respect or about it, I can say that yesterday I told I told Jerry that we
That we have to care the planet or something like that. Mm. Gemma, I think that you have done a good labor teaching to your students how they can strategies that they can use to protect the planet. And it's a good option that we have as a teacher, especially if we are working with new society. New the future is children and younger. I think, and if we teach them to strategies that they can use to protect the planet, it could be an opportunity to have a better environment. Ismael, I have a question for you. Um, you work with society because you are a policeman and you are studying for be a teacher. Um, would you like to implement strategies that or or make campaigns in favor to care the planet and natural resources? Would you like to do that?
Sure, there are many campaigns. The police.
Yes.
We measure the energy and water consumed and controlling the energy, the computer and turning off during the no works.
Mhm.
Like recycling, very special use the batteries and medicines.
Yes. Good
Hay,
campaign.
hay un sistema de gestión ambiental.
Management system of environment. Management system of environment is the word.
Management system environment
Yes,
in the police.
the police.
There is people in charge this work.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ismael.
sure, teacher.
Emma,
Excuse me, my brother touched the modem and broke the connection.
it can happen sometimes. Emma, Well, I'm going to continue with the lesson plan. I'm going to continue with the lesson plan. The idea is to share about the environmental problems that we have on our natural environment. And the next step for this great speaking encounter is reading. Today we are going to read one paragraph, no more than paragraph. We are going to read one paragraph that I have choose of internet about problems that we have in our natural environment. The idea is to read and socialize among us about what we can think about it. And for this opportunity, I'm going to read too one paragraph, and I'm going to share with you my point of view about that natural issue. To develop this, I'm going to show you my screen. My screen. I'm going to share right now the screen. Wait a moment. My students, remember, before before to begin, I'm going to remember you. This is the web page that I have prepared for you. Remember, and here are recommended page where you can find resources to study eh, and practice your English. Here is a special page that is called Give English. Give English. This learning American English is very useful for learning grammar. This English pod is for improve listening skills and many things. You have the opportunity to read, to practice reading, speaking, and listening. And this another one is for reading. This is for reading books online, IELTS, IELTS Beats is very useful because in this page you will find audiobooks and books, digital books. You have the opportunity to download books on PDF and MP3. You have the opportunity to listen and read. And this is for fun. These two pages are for fun. Here is Liddy's training. Here you can play with games, watching music, and filling out words. Very useful. And this is called Extra English. They use funny videos to teach English. Uh, the videos are very easy to understand. You don't have to be an expert of English to understand the videos. I'm sure if you watch these videos, you will enjoy it a lot. So if you have the opportunity, go to come to this section and search everything because everything is for you. And here is all the encounters that we have developed. Here's the first and the last one that we are here. We are here in this encounter. Place, planet, responsibility. Responsibility. Yes. Um, Palomeque and Gema. I'm going to tell you something in Spanish. Something in Spanish. In Spanish. Gema y Palomeque. Es un favor que les pido. Muy grande. Súper gigante. Eh, este formulario que lo encuentran, yo les voy a enviar el link por el chat. Les voy a enviar el link por el chat. Este formulario es muy importante que lo llenen. ¿Por qué? Porque la semana entrante, esto es un curso para mí, que se llama Pedagogical Experience 2. A usted le va a tocar verlo, ¿cierto? A mí me toca pasar un reporte de las notas que ustedes llevan para que les puedan evaluar una actividad que ustedes tienen que son de los encuentros. Entonces yo necesito los datos de ustedes, necesito el número del documento, el nombre del estudiante, en qué semestre van, dónde viven, la edad, la cuenta de Skype, el nivel de inglés que ustedes creen tener, puede ser un nivel, yo creería que ustedes están en un nivel 6, 7 o 8, pues porque ustedes hablan, me
¿Y
parece que hablan.
cuántos niveles son?
No, no, pues yo lo coloqué así, o sea, el 1 y el 2 sería como lo más básico. Por acá sería como un nivel intermedio, el 5, 6, 7. Ya el 9 y el 10 es un nivel C1, que es como lo máximo. Yo considero que yo estoy en un nivel 8, que a mí todavía me falta mucho para llegar a un nivel C1. Me falta mucha gramática más que todo. Entonces les pido por favor me llenen este formulario, pueden escoger, ustedes están en intermediate, yo creería que Palomeque, no sé, un nivel 9 le pondría yo. O sea, lo más cerquita a un C1 le coloco porque habla muy bien. Gema, un nivel 6, ya maneja muy buen inglés, tiene muy buen vocabulario, sino que tiene que practicar mucho. ¿Listo?
Y
Y
yo,
aquí,
tutor, hello, tutor, I'm here, please.
ok, Olga, usted también, menos mal llegó. Les estaba contando en español para que me pudieran entender, o sea, para que no me fuera yo a enredar con esto, porque esto es un formulario que tienen que, o sea, es un favor que les pido, por favor me llenan, que tengo que pasar el reporte de las notas, entonces tienen que llenar el número.
Tutor, pero eso entonces usted le estaba dando el nivel a los compañeros y yo, ¿cómo me ven? ¿Qué nivel estoy yo?
Un nivel 7 o 8, no sé, usted, o 9, usted considerará, usted,
Como un 20.
un
Ay,
20,
gracias,
no,
Palomeque.
un 20, no,
I really appreciate it. I love you.
Ok, bueno, voy a seguir
Déjenme mi
contándole.
apreciación, déjenme hacer mi apreciación. La compañera, a mí me sorprende bastante, la compañera tiene bastante vocabulario.
Sin
Lo
re-
único sería como la rapidez, así como el acento, como mirar
no,
bastante canales de televisión, como lo hacen los periodistas. O sea, ir tomando ya como el acento, como la fluidez así y lo pausado que aplican ellos en las puntuaciones, los pares. Entonces eso marca mucho la pronunciación y marca mucho la hora de hablar. Usar las muletillas, que eso ayuda muchísimo, porque lo ayuda a uno a pensar un poquito, a buscar las palabras adecuadas. Entonces
Olga
sería
también,
eso mi consejo.
Olga
Gracias,
también
Palomeque.
está estudiando preintermedio English, el curso.
Yes.
No, yo no estoy en ningún curso. No.
Ay, sí, Olga. No.
Palomeque,
No.
muchas gracias por sus palabras. Yo sé, de verdad que sí, yo conozco mis falencias y sí, le das en el quick. Y se le nota que es profesor. Muy bien, gracias, Palomeque.
Me enredo yo más que
Bueno,
Olga a veces. Se enreda más el teacher de inglés. Pero bueno, yo les sigo contando. Entonces, este formulario es muy importante que lo llenen, ¿cierto? Las competencias que les gustaría practicar durante los encuentros. Si es habla, escritura, listening. Listening practicamos todo el tiempo y speaking, o sea. Pero, ¿qué les gustaría más de acá? Si seleccionan las 4, está bien. Y las expectativas que tienen con estos encuentros. Listo. Entonces, por favor, le voy a enviar el link, sí, el link a Lomeque y solo me faltan ustedes 3. Entonces, por favor, Gema, Olga y Palomeque llenan el formulario, sí.
okay, sending
Perfecto,
it.
tutor.
Thank you
Listo,
very much.
profe. De
I,
acuerdo.
I will Okay, I'm going to retake the English speech that I was having, because this speaking encounter is for speaking English, not in Spanish. That's not the idea to practice Spanish because we are native of Spanish. The idea is to practice a lot a lot or English language skills. That's the idea. Well, Olga, Hema, and Palomeque, please tell me when you have finished to fill out the form. Okay? Please tell me.
Are we gonna do it now?
Yes,
Yes.
tutor. You
Okay.
using the form now? Yes.
Yes, in the chat, Olga. There is in the chat. Look at the chat.
Yes.
Click on the link and the form will open. Olga, I'm going to tell you the topic that we are studying today. Today we are talking about environmental problems that we are facing nowadays. It's an interesting topic. We have socialized a lot of issues that we are facing in our cities and our natural environment. Palomeque has told us that in La Guajira, there are a lot of issues in his natural environment. But people is becoming aware of the problem, so they are taking actions to recover the environment. They are taking the culture of recycle garbage, don't pollute the air. Uh, Palomeque fosters among his students strategies and culture of don't 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 contaminate the environment. He's doing a great labor for in his culture and with the people that he is working. Ismael had shared with us that he in her company where he works, their company is working on strategies that helps to protect the resources of energy, because they turn off electronic devices where when they are not using, they turn off the lights. That is a good action that we can do to protect the source of energy. And Hema has shared with us a great and important and very important activities that we can use to protect the environment. She has shared with us that in Turbo, the people almost don't have the culture to protect the environment, but but she's working with her students to foster to teaching the children and the society strategies that they can use to protect the environment. And she is working well with this great topic, and and she has told us another great contribution for this speaking encounter, that in the ocean there is a special plant called plankton that helps the air conservation because it produces oxygen, and it's very important to protect this plant in the oceans. Olga, I don't know if you have understood the topic for today. If you want to share with us a little bit about the environment, the natural environment, how we can protect the environment and don't pollute or contaminate the environment. Please tell me.
Okay, tutor, I understand the topic, but I'm trying to thinking how to protect the environment here in Yopal. I don't know a
No.
lot about that.
Yes.
I know that we have a big problem here because human beings are destroying the environment. For example, in the rainy days, the river grow up, and some houses are disappear
Okay.
because and the lands I forget the word, se inundan. The lands
Flood.
floods. There are flood problems.
Look,
Uh, yes, thanks. And the river destroyed a part of the city during the rainy days.
Okay.
We know that we need to protect the environment, but I don't know what special action the mayor is doing for that situation. I only know that they try to build a specific barrier in the river to protect the city. But until the moment the project didn't doesn't start. And I know that many species of animals are disappearing here in Yopal, in Casanare, because people is very destructive, very dangerous, and they hunted animals without thinking. They are destroying that kind of animals. For example, chigüiros, some kinds of snakes, something like that. We are destroying here in this part. We are knowing that we are destroying the environment, and the nature will cover the price for destroy the environment. Tutor.
Yes. Olga. The people in Japan, as you told us, is destroying the environment. But we have a real problem. Japan, I think that is near to Amazonas. I think that to the big the big forests of Amazon, the jungle.
Oh, okay, a little bit, okay.
Okay.
But not near. Remember that is Llanos Orientales,
Okay.
and Amazonas is near to Peru,
Okay.
Ecuador, is in the
Yes.
other part. But yes,
Well,
is forest, is near to the forest, yes.
okay. I have listened I don't remember days, week, uh, I don't know, last month, I don't know, that in the Amazonas is happening something terrible with the jungle because the people are deforesting, cutting trees to make farms to produce meat of cows. They are
Yes.
deforesting.
Yes, it's the same situation here in Japan. There are big lands that are using for cows, for cattle. Yes, because it's very important to sell meat. Meat, yes, and the idea is to deforestate the jungle. Yes, that's right. That's the same situation here in Japan, and the lands are very devastated, and
Yes,
it's a terrible environment problem. Yes, Tudor, that's right.
that's terrible. Olga, you have a mission or challenge as teacher
Yes,
uh, to teach children and adult people or the people that you are teaching English. You have to implement strategies for teaching them English and also teach to take advantage of this to teach them strategies and activities that they can use to protect the planet and the natural environment, to make them feel aware of the problem that we are having if we destroy the environment. You have to take advantage of that for make them feel aware of the flow of the problem and put actions. Try to change their behaviors against the environment and natural spaces. You have that mission, Olga. When you,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, I try. And with my sons, I always teach them, for example, that eat meat is not so good. It's not so good for you, for their health, and it's another way to protect the environment, because if we don't have so big cutlets, maybe we don't need to destroy the big parts of the land. And another form to protect the environment that I teach my kids is recycling the plastic bottles. Yes, for example, I try that they don't buy one bottle each day. No, they can use again and again and again, because we know that plastic is the correct word. Plastic is very is so impossible to destroy, no, and it's very contaminate in the land. And I try to do that and try to separate the kind of garbage, organics, inorganic, something like that. It's a simple advice, but I think that I start for home, and then I try to do in a better way with more people. But first at home.
Yes, first at home. At home is where is the right place or the only place where we learn for long life. I think that.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Olga, to share with us about what do you think about the natural environment. I'm seeing that you are close related with this great topic, this controversial topic, because many people are not aware about this problem that is happening and that is very hazardous for our health, pollution and contamination. Olga, the next step that we are going to develop for this encounter is to develop competence for reading. So we are going to read paragraphs, only paragraphs. And you will read a paragraph about the environmental problems, and then we are going to socialize among us. We are going to speak about the problem that we have read. Okay, I'm going to read these three paragraphs for you. This one, this, and this. I'm going to read these three paragraphs. Please be attentive, listen carefully, and then I'm going to ask you to read these articles, these paragraphs. Okay, I'm going to begin. Our environment is constantly changing. There is no denying that. However, sorry. Our environment is constantly changing. There is no denying that. However, as our environment changes, so does the need to become increasingly aware of the problems that surround it. With a massive influx of natural disasters, warming and cooling periods, different types of weather patterns, and much more. People need to be aware of what types of environmental problems our planet is facing. Global warming has become an undisputed fact about our current livelihoods. Our planet is warming up and we are definitely part of the problem. However, this isn't the only environmental problem that we should be concerned about. All across the world, people are facing the weight of a new and challenging environmental problems every day. Some of them are small and only affect a few ecosystems, but others are drastically changing the landscape of what we already know. Our planet is poised at the brink of a severe environmental crisis. Current environmental problems make us vulnerable to disasters and tragedies. Now and in the future, we are in a state of planetary emergency, with environmental problems piling up high around us. Unless we address to various issues prudently and seriously, we are surely doomed, doomed for disaster. Current environmental problems require urgent attention. Okay? And I'm going to ask to Palomeke, please read the first paragraph that is pollution, and we are going to discuss about pollution. Okay?
Yep, pollution. Pollution require millions of years to recoup. Industry and motor vehicles exhaust are the number one pollutants. Heavy metals, nitrates, and plastic are toxins responsible pollution, while water pollution is caused by oil spills, acid rain, urban runoff. Air pollution is caused by various gases and toxins released by industries and factories and combustion of fossil fuels. Soil pollution is majorly caused by industrial waste that deprives soil from essential nutrients.
And please tell me, what do you think about pollution? What is your own point of view about this great not, no, no, this controversial topic, pollution, the air pollution? Eh,
Pollution,
look at this image. What
pollution,
what can you say about it?
all kind of contaminate that are impossible to destroy, and it is staying on the land 100 years or more rate, right? Like I don't know how to say derivados, like petrols, right?
Yes. Um, come from, I don't know, come from petrol. Mm,
Derivados.
mm, I don't know how to use that word in English. Familiar or petroleum
Derivatives.
derivatives. Derivatives. Derivatives. I think I'm going to use my Google Translator. Derivates. You are right.
Derivatives.
You are right. Derivates.
Products.
Palomeque. In La
Yep.
Guajira, it's a question. In La Guajira, there are industries like this one.
Of course, the coal mine in Cerrejón is one of them. For example, when they take the coal from the mine to the port up, uh, when they cross the desert by the railway, the air is most of the time contaminated. We can see it in a plant over the leaves of the plants, right? And
Yes.
people from who lives around these places have been affected for this kind of dust. Some people started to have problems, respiration problems, and we can see that some people have with their sight. They have to they have been a report about the people who has problem with the sight and with the respiration.
That's great example, Halameke. Thank you. Um, we have to continue reading because Olga, this paragraph is for you. Over pollution, over pollution, over pollution, no, overpopulation, overpopulation.
Yes, overpopulation. Overpopulation. The population of the planet is reaching unsustainable levels as it faces shortage of resources like water, food, and food. Population explosion is less developed, and developing countries is straining their already scarce resources. Intensive agriculture practice to produce food damage the environment through use of chemical fertilizer. Fertilizer? Chemical.
Chemical.
Okay. Chemical fertilizer, pesticides, and insecticides. Overpollution is one of the crucial current environment problems. Yes, tutor. I think that we have a big problem because everybody has a lot of kids. We need to control that one, and we are a lot of people in this planet. We are a species that are destroying everything because we are so many people here living in this planet, and the environment is suffer the consequence. But at the end, I think that we will destroy our species and we will destroy the planet because we are a lot of people. It's something so difficult, and the people don't understand that they don't have to have a lot of children. Yes, I know that it's necessary for to realize in your life to have your babies, but please don't. It's not necessary to have more than two or only one kids. Yes, it's necessary to control the population if we want to.
True. Gemma, what do you think about overpopulation? Overpopulation. What do you think about a lot of children that people have, the families that has a lot of children? What do you think?
Teacher, I think that we have to take the control.
Yes.
More people is if there is more people, we need more food, more water, more space, more everything. We don't have more.
It's a sad situation, Gemma. Is there the difficult situation that we are living nowadays? We are not controlling the families. And eh, although nowadays agriculture is growing up, some people is thinking, as Solga says, to not have more than two children or one. I think that kind of thinking is a good strategy to contribute to face uh, this problem. I think it is a good thinking that people have to control this problem. Thank you, Hema. Thank you for your opinion. Um, Ismael, you are going to read this one, climate change. Ismael, you have to read this, the six, climate change.
Yes, teacher. Uh, climate change. Climate change is yet another environment problem that was surfaced in last couple of decades. It occurs due to rise in global warming, which occurs due to increase to temperature of atmosphere by burning of fossil fuels and release and harmful gas by industries. Climate change has various harmful effects, but no limit to melting of polar ice, chain incision, occurrence of new disease, frequent occurrence of floods, and change in overall weather scenario.
Please tell me, only for your point of view, about climate change, the weather.
Teacher,
Some people, Ismael, some people says that the weather is crazy. Is that the topic? Could you tell me about your opinion about it?
yes, teacher. It is caused by the increase of gases of the atmosphere. We must begin to take measures with companies are the ones that pollute the most and the pay environment actions. And with that money, they fix everything, but do not take conscience. There is also corruption on the part of some employers in charge in controlling this situation. In Bogotá, there are many companies that pollute and contribute to environment warming.
That that's a bad situation that we are living and reality. It's the reality. As you said, there are a lot of industries. There are a lot. There are many industries, and they contribute to pollute with their source of energy. Some industries use carbons, and this picture is very. I know that is close familiar for you, and for me it's very familiar. Every day I can see a lot of industries polluting the air. The air. Here in Medellin, there are a lot of industries, and most of the almost all the industries pollute the air. They produce fumes, and it causes the climate change. I think the weather is not crazy. We have made crazy to the weather. I think with all um, the damage that we have done with the source of energy that we are using. I think. Um, Thank you very much, Ismael. Thank you. Hema, please read this article, deforestation. Hema, deforestation. You have to read this.
Okay, teacher. Deforestation. Our forests are natural sink of carbon dioxide and produce fresh oxygen, as well as helps in regulating temperature and rainfall. At present, forests cover 30% of the land, but every year, three cover is lost a mountain to the country of Panama due to growing population demand for more food, shelter and clothes. Deforestation simply means clearing of green cover and make that land able for residential, industrial, or commercial purpose.
And please tell me about deforestation. Deforestation, cutting trees and, and the jungle. Study point of view. Gemma, some people here in Antioquia is very common, and it is for everyone, for all of you. Um, Here in Antioquia is very common to see how the people cut the jungles every year to plant crops, especially for agriculture activities. The people likes to cut trees, cut um, cut the environment to show their productions, to to sow beans and corn. Uh, it is it is a bad activity that people has to change and find another way to produce this kind of resources that produce food, and is the food is vital for us as human beings. I recognize that, but we have to look for another ways to produce them, not affecting the environment and damaging the natural environment. I think that's my example of deforestation. Another example is that people, uh, the overpopulation makes increase this big problem of deforestation because some people need to build up their houses, so they have to deforestate in some places with the idea to build up a house or build up apartments. It is a controversial topic because I'm sure that there are a lot of people that don't agree with me about deforestation. They only think in building houses, produce food to sell, to have a better economy. They don't think in the environment.
Teacher,
Yes,
uh, in this uh, area,
yes, in Turkey.
practice cattle raising,
What?
ganadería,
Could you repeat that word? Take
um,
racing.
cattle raising.
Okay,
I
go
don't know
ahead.
how to say.
No, no, go ahead. I didn't know how to say Canadian in English. For I
Cattle,
didn't know.
cattle.
Yes, Catholic, Catholic.
Yes,
Okay.
is the say is the word.
Thank you. Go ahead, Hema. Please tell
Okay,
us.
entonces, practice deforestation for to do cattle.
Mhm. That's a big problem. That's a big problem, Hema.
Yes, it's so bad because Turbo is so hot, so hot. Everything there is soon. We need trees.
We need trees. That's true, Emma. We need more trees. It could be an amazing activity. I don't know if you think the same like me. It could be an amazing activity to plant a tree. Not a lot of trees because we don't have the opportunity to plant a lot of trees. But if you have to plant one tree in your life, do that. Do, do that. It could be amazing. See how to grow up one tree that have been sown for you. Okay. If you have that opportunity, go ahead and enjoy a lot. Enjoy it a lot. Um, well, it's time. It's all for this second section for this great speaking encounter. I hope that you have enjoyed it. This, and this is the our third part of this encounter. In this picture, you will see a lot of mm, strategies and activities that you can use for protect the environment to contribute to have a very natural environment, such as riding a bike, educate yourself, because people who are educated is more conscious about the environmental problems and contribute to have a better environment. Okay, volunteer. Call you're a volunteer to make a campaign against the deforestation, the water pollution, the air pollution. You can contribute to have to make a new culture about how to care the planet. The conservation of water is another activity that you can use to protect the source of water. If you save water, it can be a good activity. Use sustainable resources, such as recycle your bags. As Olga shared with us, that this is an activity that we can use to recycle some materials. Turn off the lights, as Ismail have shared with us, and plant a tree. It could be an amazing activity that you can do for contribute to have a better environment. It can be only one tree. It could be amazing for the natural environment. Okay, and this is the last part of this encounter. I'm going to ask you some questions about how to care the planet. The first question is for Olga. Olga, this question is for you. Shall we as teachers uh, make campaigns against pollution?
Yes, tutor. If we are teacher, we have the opportunity to teach the student the importance that to take care the environment, and the best way to control the pollution is when we be conscious that many factories or the use of the vehicles are destroying the environment. And if we are this job in the classroom, we did an excellent job, because it could be reflect in a great effect, because when these younger people grow up, they know that they need to preserve the environment and don't pollution. I think so.
Thank you very much, Olga. Good opinion for that question. Um, this question is for Palomeque. Palomeque, what kind of activities do you think that we must develop to contribute to the water conservation? Is the second one, Palomeque. This one.
Well, right, I think so, something like that on the rivers. Plan is the to take of to lampscapes or lakes, something like that, and to don't waste the water. For example, how do you say that? I don't know. Okay, right.
Thank you very much, Palomeque. Maybe you have had a bad connection answering that question.
Yes,
So,
tutor, because I don't understand anything. I'm sorry, Palome.
nothing. Maybe you have a bad connection, but don't worry. Maybe you have done a good answer. It could be amazing to listen to you, but was almost impossible. But don't worry for that. I'm sure that you have done a good answer, Palomeque. But you are listening us very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Palomeque,
of course. It's okay.
could you repeat the answer because you have had
Yeah,
a bad connection?
the best solution to preserve the water is to plant a lot of trees um, around the lakes, by the rivers,
Yes.
and don't contaminate rivers, or where don't cut down the trees. That's all. That's my suggestion.
Okay, that's a good answer, Palomeque. I think that you are right because carrying the source of water is very important. And planting trees around the source of water to conserve these these treasures. I think this as a treasure of life is very important for human life. I think. Thank you very much for that. Um, uh, Ismael, this question is for you. Um, will you like to have Would you like to have a better natural environment? That question is for you, Ismael.
Teacher, do not throw garbage on the floor, recycle, be more aware and walk more, or use the bicycle instead of bike or vehicles.
Yes. Good actions to care the planet. Thank you for that, Ismael. Thank you. Emma, and this last one is for you. Have you ever planted a tree?
Teacher,
Okay.
teacher,
Hello.
have you repeat, please?
Have you ever planted a tree?
I don't understand.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Eh, have you planted a tree?
Que sí, no. Really, I don't remember. No, never, never. Never I do it.
Okay, Gemma, please. Aunque sea una palmita de coco. En
Um,
Turquía. Okay, you have to, Gemma, you have to plant a tree.
que si he plantado un árbol.
Yes, yes.
Por eso,
That's
no, no.
Gemma. You never have planted a tree, but Gemma,
No.
you are early to plant a tree. You are very early to plant a tree. You have time to plant a tree.
Okay, okay.
It's a good opportunity. It's an amazing activity that you can do. Although it could be a flower, a garden. You can plant a garden in your house, plant a special tree, maybe for medicine or something like that. A fruit, uh, um, a fruit tree. Maybe I don't know. One plant of banana could be, but it's a contribution to have a better environment, I think, because when we plant trees, we are con, contributing to have a better environment. So when you have to have the chance to plant a tree, don't think it two times. Go ahead.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher,
Emma?
I
It's
will
a
do
new
it.
task. It's a homework that you have.
Okay,
I think
is
that you.
compromise.
Okay, okay, Gemma. I know, and I am sure that you will be satisfied when you can see that tree growing up. You will feel amazing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, my students, it's all for today. Please enter to my webpage. And if you want to give a comment here, I have sent you the link in the chat. If you want to enter here and let a comment. It doesn't take a lot of time. No, you won't spend more than 1 minute writing a comment about the experience in this encounter. Also, you can make suggestions for these encounters to enhance the activities that we are developing here. And I hope that you have enjoyed it a lot this encounter, that you have learned a lot of strategies to care the planet. Wait a moment. I'm going to come back here. I hope that you have enjoyed a lot this great encounter today. And I don't know if you want to say something about this encounter. Please go ahead. Goodbye, students. Remember that our next encounter will be on Wednesday in the next week at 8 p.m. I hope to see you there. And okay, goodbye, students. Have a
Okay.
Okay, teacher, bye bye.
Thanks, tutor. It was an amazing topic. I like it a lot. Take care.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
have
Very
a
interesting the
good
topic.
night. Take
Okay.
care of you.
Thank
Bye.
you,
See ya.
Valente. See you.